producers would bring suggestions, and that was very important. That in many ways, that 60 Minutes was and always has been a producer's program. Now, no correspondent is ever going to admit that it's totally a producer's program. People like Phil Scheffler, Steve Glauber, Andy Lack, all these people went on to greater glory later. But no, it was a team effort. I mean, producers would come in and say, let's go get this interview. You say, no, I don't want to do that. I want to do this investigative report. Well, maybe we can do both. Real team effort. But the inner dynamic was fierce, and I use the word measuredly, intra-competition. Now, all three of us are going to be on the air most weeks. So it isn't like it is today where you have an expanded cadre of correspondents, each one wanting their piece to be on every week, but you know that can't happen. There were three of us. Basically, the three of us were going to be on the air every week, and I think, and I'm not the only one who thinks so, that one of the attractions was to, well, where's Mike this week? Where's Morley this week? Where's Dan this week? But close team effort, fierce intra-competition of who has the lead piece, that is the first piece in the program, who had the best piece in last week's program. Very healthy internal competition among the three correspondents. Yes, we all got along well, but you always wanted your piece to be the first in the program, wanted to be the best in the program. Don Hewitt would orchestrate, as any good leader does, saying, well, you know, I really want the strongest piece to be after 7:30 because that's when the audience is larger. Translation was, I got three tigers in a cage here, and what I want to do is I can't have them so fiercely competing for that first place. But producers were very competitive. It was a healthy, competitive intra-competition, but we'd help one another. Sometimes if Mike had a piece and he needed help on it, or vice versa, one of my producers would go help him for a while, one of his come help me for a while.
So there wasn't any rigid turfs? Was there any rigid turf protecting at all?
Well, there certainly was turf protection.
Yeah.
Everywhere in television there is.
Sure.
But I would say at that stage of 60 Minutes, this is beginning when I went there in late 75 to when I left there in March of 1981. Sure, there was some turf protecting, but you know, there was so much turf that there was not that much of it. Mike always wanted to have more producers because that's the way he worked. I found that having 5 producers was, I won't say the maximum, but the ideal number. Any more than that, I wasn't confident that I could keep all of them working and keep close contact with them. So I usually had 5, sometimes 4 producers. But we were responsible. Remember, the 3 of us, and the program was on all except a few weeks in the summer at that time. And I remember the goal was to have 43 pieces for the year. And to get 43 usable pieces, you had to aim for 46. And we turned those out. Did we have free reign? Had a lot of free reign. One of the things I loved about it. Now, Don approved stories.
Was he the final kind of?
Yeah, he was the final, but he was looking to approve stories. What Don was looking for at that time was your passion for the story. And even if he didn't like the story, even if he thought the story had limited or no appeal, certainly limited appeal, he'd let you go. And a good example of that was 1980. The Soviets invaded Afghanistan in December of 1979. I went to Don the second I saw something in the paper. It was holiday time. Don basically said, long way from Broadway, it's holiday time, you know, go home, have Christmas, bright New Year's, one thing another. But when he saw that I had a passion to go and I wanted to go, and this was Don's strength when he was at his best, said, you think it's a story? You think you can get it? Go for it, kid. And that was his spirit, particularly, I would say, especially in the period 1975 to about 1980, 81.